Hi, this is James Barton from Developing Telecoms. I'm here with Bai Yang from ZTE and Ehsanul Islam from Qualcomm. We're discussing their recent NRDC trial with Thai operator AIS. To start, could you talk us through why this trial is unique?
I think this trial is the world's first NRDC trial with 2.6 gigahertz and 26 gigahertz band, and with the collaboration among AS and Qualcomm and ZTE. I think the team has achieved the top downlink speed of 8.5 gigabps and uplink speed of the 2.70 gigabps in AS network with Qualcomm prototype handset and ZTE equipment. So we believe this was also the world's leading results with 5G system so far. And the trial showed the capability of the 5G network and to support the potential services and applications in the future. And with extreme throughput and latency performances.
What are the benefits of using millimeter wave and sub-6G in collaboration, particularly with regard to the Thai economy?
When we use this 5G for a standalone network, then the sub-6 and millimeter wave. Sub-6 is kind of the lower band, right? This time here specifically we have used 2.6 gigahertz, and then the millimeter wave is 26 gigahertz. And for sub-6, the benefit is that it can cover the coverage, but the throughput is not so extreme. But for millimeter wave, as the bandwidth is very high, then the coverage is not that high actually. It cannot penetrate to the wall. It cannot go very far, but the bandwidth is very, very large. So from that perspective, when you combine sub-6 and millimeter wave together, for 5G standalone perspectives, that's the proper standalone network. Sub-6 can give you the coverage, and millimeter wave can give you the extreme data rate. And then you can utilize this network whenever necessary based on the situations. So that's the kind of the overall the benefit of these things. But if you also asked me how that will work for Thailand, right? So for Thailand perspective, this excellent network performance with NRDC gives the possibility to more potential 5G services. If you see this 5G, actually when we talk about 5G, we talk about this day in life for 5G. Means that 5G millimeter wave, you will not have millimeter wave everywhere. Rather, millimeter will have a spot basis, right? For example, when there is a lot of people in the stations, it will have millimeter wave. The cafe could have millimeter wave. The enterprise could have millimeter wave. And then the people who are the gamer, right? Hardcore gamer, the online streaming gamer, they need the low latency and all those things. These guys can go to those places and can do the gaming or can do the extreme download type of use cases. Or, for example, on the smart factory, if you go there, then there is mission critical robotics, there is mission critical other stuff in the factory. So you can use millimeter wave network for those factory automations. Or let's say for the remote operations, when there is robotics and you have so low latency, you can do the remote operation, all those use cases. So we Qualcomm see this millimeter wave and sub-6 or 4G in a way that combination of millimeter wave, you can really design your life to do some specific use cases when you will have this millimeter wave hotspot type of coverage. So that way, the whole country could be benefited with this specific NRDC combinations network.
Okay, so how do you see this evolving in the future?
Honestly speaking, if you see its current use cases, means that millimeter wave is still we are deploying, right? It's not really fully deployed in everywhere. So these are the few use cases we are thinking, but in future perspectives, if you see what's going on here, for release 16, the use cases we are talking about, right? And release 17, there will be more feature added there. For example, one of the feature like URLCC, this is ultra reliability, low latency communication. For example, when you have the Wi-Fi hotspot, you also can connected. Sometimes you can get maybe very high throughput with the Wi-Fi 6 or 7, but reliability is not there, right? For 5G millimeter wave or 5G network, you can confirm the reliability and low latency, just millisecond latency or the sub-millisecond latency. Then there is another feature going to add TSN, that is the time-sensitive networking, network slicing. Then the release 17 will have another feature got added, like high precision positioning. That is mainly on the in-house, indoor. Still, it can get you the position, and this position really some centimeter level positioning. It's not that meter. It's kind of give you the accuracy of 10 centimeter. So you can really use those type of new technology for the new use cases, especially for smart city type of use cases or industrial IoT type of use cases or smart healthcare type of use cases moving forward, yes.
Okay, so Bayang, what is your point of view on the development of 5G millimeter wave in the future, particularly with regard to Thailand?
I think the 5G millimeter wave has, to be honest, it had its limitation on coverage and penetration loss, but it's also the very essential band to realize the vision of supporting MMTC and URLC's kind of services with 5G network. And Qualcomm ZTE has worked very closely and to contribute the completion and the majority of the 5G millimeter wave ecosystem with our very innovative products and solutions. So we believe this is the timing of the commercial services in scale. With 5G millimeter wave, I think the time is approaching. And the success of this joint NRDC trial, I think is proof indeed. And especially in Thailand, I think the AS 5G network has over 12,000 sites, physical sites deployed with 2.6 gigahertz and 700 megahertz bands. And the network can offer a very general 5G coverage of the country. And I think in the next phase, GT believe the 5G network performance and capacity in the high value area would be the focus. And the 5G millimeter wave can play a very important role on that.
So what kind of impact will the partnership of AIS, ZTE and Qualcomm have on the Thai 5G market and indeed the other players in the ecosystem?
Actually, AIS is one of our key partner in Thailand as a career perspectives, and ZTE is our long-term strategic partner on infra side. So together, actually, we drive ecosystem prosperity. It shows a strong partnership that offer a full end-to-end solutions in the sense that ZTE provide the network and Qualcomm provide the device, right? So with this combination, we really can tune and optimize the optimal performance and the best user experience that we can offer together. And Thailand is one of the countries in Southeast Asia that is leading the 5G growth, and 5G will play an important role on digital transformations of the country's economy. The successful NRDC that this trial is just the first step of our collaboration in Thailand. And we strongly believe that the partnership with AIS and ZTE will be a beneficial move for us to support the 5G opportunities in the country. Moving forward, I'm very, very optimistic that this partnership can go longer.
What's the direction of the cooperation plan between ZTE and Qualcomm in terms of the development of 5G systems?
I think ZTE has important actions in plan to assist the AS to extend 5G services to vertical industries and capture new opportunities for the enterprise market. And for example, the smart manufacturing and smart healthcare, etc. And also the Qualcomm's industry leading terminal and IoT chipset solutions, and also the very deep connections with ecosystem partners, I think will play a very important role for the 5G vertical industry development, especially in Thailand. And I think this year, 2022, I think is also the very critical year for the 5G development in Thailand. And we so strongly believe that the cooperation of Qualcomm and ZTE will be a beneficial move for both of us and to build a synergy and catch the immense 5G opportunities in Thailand.
Bayang, Ehsanul Islam, thank you very much for speaking to us. This is James Barton from Developing Telecoms.